Today, I want to make a video about this cycloptic looking bloody eye of mine. It has to do with a secondary complication of diabetic retinopathy known as macular edema. Okay, so if you've had diabetes for a while and you have diabetic retinopathy, at some point you may develop the secondary complication known as diabetic macular edema, or DME. So my doctor was noticing that the diabetic macular edema I had was kind of persistent, not really going away. It's been there the last 6 months. So this doctor said, okay, I'll give you an injection and see what we can do to help reabsorb the fluid. And immediately, like, my brain perks up. I'm like, oh, I better tell him. It can't be any anti-VEGF injection, so no Avastin, no Lucentis, no Macugen. He's a new retinal specialist for me. Definitely not the lady that was treating me that kept giving me those injections where I had strokes and black gas a few days later. So he's like, okay, I'll do an injection of Ozurdex. Bing! I'm like, I've had Ozurdex, that's fine, we can do that. Ozurdex is a time-release corticosteroid thread that they inject into your eye, and it's not systemic, so it should not affect the other parts of your body because it kind of stays put in that one area. So, yes, to explain that I'm happy that I have this bloody eye because it's been 4 or 5 days since my injection and I'm not in the hospital with a stroke. Yay! Diabetic retinopathy and the secondary complication of diabetic macular edema are not fun. Having a trusting relationship with your doctor is paramount when it comes to somebody living with diabetes. It's a chronic disease. That's the kind of relationship you need to have with your doctor so that they definitely can make the best decisions for you. Like I mentioned, those anti-VEGF injections I kept getting from this doctor. Trusting, I kept going back to her and expecting her to do the best things for me. To me, it's ironical because I'm laughing that here I am so happy that this doctor treated me with Ozurdex. I have a bloody eye and that's totally fine. But the real abusive relationship was the one with the doctor who kept injecting me with anti-VEGF. This happened to me almost 6 years ago, but I figured at some point I would have to do a video where I kind of process what had happened. Having a trusting relationship with your doctor is paramount when it comes to dealing with a chronic disease like diabetes. I can always use a little bit of advice. What's your barometer for trustworthiness in a person? Tweet me at Allie's Voice, subscribe here on YouTube, or subscribe to my diabetes newsletter at alliesvoice.com, and I'll see you next time.